All right, we are going to start with Go Math Lesson 2.3. Good morning, students. We are going to go back to lesson 2.3 today. Okay, you're going to need 2.3s, stapled papers, crayons, and a pencil. Make sure you have those things. If you need to pause to go get them, please do so. All right, let's begin. Today we are going to focus on multiplying tens, hundreds, and thousands. You need to be able to answer this question by the end of today's lesson. How does understanding place value help you multiply tens, hundreds, and thousands? Let's begin. Let's start at the beginning. We're going to unlock the problem. Each car on a train has 200 seats. How many seats on a train with 8 cars? Find 8 times 200. One way to look at this is to draw a quick picture. This drawing is already done for you, and so it's a little confusing to look at. I'm going to cover mine with a piece of paper. Why don't you put your pencil down and just watch for a second? Here we go. If I draw a square and I say that square is worth 100, then I would have to draw 2 of them to represent 200. So if I need 200 seats 8 times, we're going to pretend that this is one car. One car. Two cars. 3 cars. 4 cars. 5 cars. 6 cars. 7 cars. 8 cars. Double count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if I took and I said, let's count by 100. 1, 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 1,000. I'm going to draw a circle around that because 10 hundredths is equal to 1,000. So this area right here, I'm going to use my crayon. This area right here equals 1,000 seats. But we're not done. We still have to finish counting the rest of these. So once again, let's count by hundreds. Count with me. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600. All right, so this, let me use a different crayon. Let's see, I'm going to do red this time. Nope, orange. This right here equals 6 hundredths. Well, 6 hundredths is equal to 600. That means that I can take 1,000 plus 600 and add it together, which gives me 1,600. Let's go back to our picture. Once again, this represents 10 hundredths or 1,000. This represents, we're going to ignore this, 600, which is equal to 600. Once again, when we add this, we end up with 1,600. Whew, how are we doing? Okay, we're going to try another way now. All right, this time we're going to use place value to try and solve this. So we have 800 times 200. 8 times blank hundredths. So in my head, I know this is 200. 2 hundredths. 200. Now, I need to figure out how many hundredths total. So in my brain, I'm going think. 8 times 2. 8 times 2 equals 16. So 8 times 2 hundredths will equal 16 hundredths. 16 hundredths is 1,600. 1,600. If I write that in number form, I end up with 1,600. So there are 1,600 seats on a train with 8 cars. Turn the page. There are other ways to solve this kind of math problem, but we're going to do a different problem this time. So Bob's sled shop rents 4,000 sleds each month. How many sleds does the store rent in 6 months? Let's use a number line to solve this. Multiplication can be thought of as repeated addition. Draw jumps to show the product. So sometimes you don't have a number line and you don't know where to start to draw a number line. But we sent home this really awesome tool, and it's actually for science, but you can use it in math too. It is a ruler. On a ruler, you have all these numbers, and if you go to the small side, you get more numbers. So if I'm doing 4s, I can start at 4 and go 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's 16. Sorry, trying to move on the screen. And then go from there. 1, 2, 3, 4, and that puts us at 20. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. That puts us at 24. Every time you make a jump, if you put a tally on your paper, you'll know how many jumps you've made. So if you don't want to draw a number line, pull out your ruler and use that when we get to number lines. Luckily, Go Math usually draws the number lines for you. But if this is the way you choose, you won't always have a pre-drawn number line. So here we go. Multiplication can be thought of as repeated addition. So once again, it's 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4. So 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. 6 times 4 is 24. That's a basic fact. Now let's do it by 40. 40, 80, 120, 160, 200, 240. 6 times 40 is 240. 400, 800, 1200, 1600, 2000, 2400. 6 times 400 is 2400. 4,000, 8,000, 12,000, 16,000, 20,000, 24,000. 6 times 4,000 is 24,000. Okay, let's take a minute and look. If you go and you look right here at this basic fact, and then the next line, that 4, we added a 0. What did we add to the end of the equal? We added 1 0. The next one, we added 2 zeros. And guess what? There's 2 zeros there. 4 and 3 zeros. 24 and 3 zeros. So every time our basic fact went one tens place or place value bigger, our answer went one place value bigger. 24, 240, 2,400, 24,000. Each time, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s. So if you can figure out just the simple basic fact and then add your zeros onto the end, you can solve these problems. So Bob's sled shop rents 24,000 sleds in 6 months. Once again, let's find the pattern. 3 times 7 equals 21. 3 times 70 equals 21? Nope. Add another 0. 210. 3 times 7. Nope, that's 3 times 700. So write 21. And then how many zeros? Yep, 2. 1, 2. 2,000. Oh, that's a bad 2. 2,100. 100 is the answer. Let's try the last one. 3 times 7,000. Underline those zeros. 3 times 7, 21. How many zeros? 1, 2, 3. How are we doing? Okay, so counting zeros is a pretty cool trick, but you have to be a little careful when your product ends in a 0. So let's take a look at this one. 8 times 5 is 40. So 8 times 50 can't be 40. It has to be 40 and then another 0. So 400. So once again, we've got 8 times 5, and then we have 2 zeros. So first off, what's 8 times 5? 40. How many zeros? 2. And you can't count this one. You have to do 2 more. So we have 40, and then we have 1, 2. So 8 times 500 is 4,000. One more time. 8 times 5 is 40. Then we have 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 40,000. How does the number of zeros in a product of 8 and 5,000 compare to the number of zeros in the factors? Explain. So remember, the product of 8 and 5,000. Oh, right up here, you guys, this is the product. Is 40,000. Okay, so let's see. What is it asking us again? Compare the number of zeros in the factors. So here are our factors. I'm going to write product under here. And then I'm going to write 8 times 5,000. This is a factor, and this is a factor. Okay, so let's see here. How many zeros do we have in our factors? The factors have 3 zeros. How many zeros are in our product? The product, oh, my pencil needs to be sharpened. The product has 4 zeros. Why is this? Why do we think this is? Well, I could give you the answer, but I'm going to pause for a minute and see what you think. All right, here we go. The reason there are 4 zeros in the product and 3 zeros in the factors is because 8 times 5 equals 40. Then you have a pattern. 5 times 5, or 8 times 5,000 equals, oh my goodness, I need a new pencil. I'm going to pause for a minute. And we'll just equals 40,000. Once again, the number of zeros in the factors and the number of zeros in the product are usually equal. But when the basic fact has a zero, then the number of factors or number of zeros in the factors has to increase in the product. All right, you guys, we're going to turn the page and then we'll start there. Okay, so now it's kind of your turn. This is what we call a share and show. So I'm going to have you pause your video, and then when you've had a chance to work through problems 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, I want you to come back, unpause the video, and see if your answers match. If you get stuck, unpause the video. I am going to work through them. All right, you guys. So the first one wants you to do the drawing. And then after that, I want you to pick the best way. So maybe you continue to do drawings on one of the lined papers in your supply bag. Maybe you do the think in your head, basic fact, hundreds, and transfer it. Maybe you draw number lines or use a ruler. And maybe you do the patterns and count the zeros. I want you to choose the way that works best for you. I am going to do patterns after problem number 1. Use the drawing to find 2 times 500. Once again, it is so much easier to take and think of these as 100. All right, you guys, now you're on your own. See this big red on your own? That means I want you to do it without the video, which means I'm just going to put in the answers. So take a second and pause the video. And when you come back, you're going to see the answers. When you have finished, you're going to turn the page and complete that on your own as well. Now, I'm going to flip to the back of this real quick so you can see it. This is a word problem. So once again, if we are having a struggle with word problems, when you get to the back page, Miss Kent is going to walk through it. So you can listen and go through it with me. After that, you're going to take and do the homework page. This homework page will not be turned in, but you're going to submit the answers online in a slide. So be ready for that. If you have questions, send me a private message in the Google Classroom. And remember that it will take me a little while to respond because I'm also teaching in class right now. Okay, let's begin. Go ahead and pause. All right, you guys, how'd you do? Check your answers. If you got one wrong, figure out why it's wrong. Then turn the page. Okay, unlock the problem. Today we're going to really work on the different steps used to find the answer to a story problem. Once you learn these, story problems are going to be no big deal. So let's begin. First, we're going to read the problem. Joe's Fun and Son rents beach chairs. The store rented 300 beach chairs each month in April and in May. The store rented 600 beach chairs each month from June through September. How many beach chairs did the store rent during the 6 months? All right. What do we need to know? Let's see, what's the question asking? How many beach chairs did the store rent during the 6 months? So we need to know the total number of beach chairs rented during the 6 months. How will you find the number of beach chairs? Okay, well, we've got 300 for 2 months, 600 for June, July, August, September. 4 months. Ready? June, July, August, September. Yep, 4 months. So we will need to find, so I will, or you will, multiply. Oh, there's a key factor. We're going to multiply some numbers. Multiply 300 by 2, because there was 2 months, April and May. And then multiply 600 by 4. When we've got the product, we'll add those products. So I'm going to write, then add products. Show the steps you use to solve the problem? Okay, well, we have 200 times 2 times 300. And we have 4 times 600. Okay, let's use these skills we just learned. 2 times 3 is 6. 1, 2. So 2 times 300 is 600. 4 times 6 is, I'm pausing because I'm hoping you'll solve it on your own, 24. 1, 2, because it's 600 instead of 6. So 4 times 600, 1, 2, is 2,400. So now I have 600 and 2,400. What was my next step? Then add products. Okay, well, here's my products. So I'm going to take 2,400, and I'm going to add it to 600. Well, 400 and 600 equals 1,000. 1,000 plus 2 equals 3,000. All right, let's see if we can figure out these sentences. For April and May, a total of 600 beach chairs were rented. For June through September, a total of 2,400 beach chairs were rented. So Joe's Fun and Son rented 3,000 beach chairs during the 6 months. Whew. See? Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Let's move on. Mariah makes bead necklaces. Beads are packaged in bags of 50 and bags of 200. Mariah bought 4 bags of 50, 3 bags of beads. 3 bags of 200 beads. How many beads did Mariah buy? Guess what? Beach chairs, bags of beads, same concept. We're going to go through and go, what's it asking us to find? Right here, how many beads did Mariah buy? Well, we had 4 bags of 50. Well, that means I'm going to have to multiply to find that part out. So I'm going to do 4 times 50. Let's keep reading. 3 bags of 200 beads. 3 times 200. Okay, let's solve that first and see where we end up. 4 times 5 is 20. So 4 times 50 is 200. 3 times 2 is 6. So 3 times 200 is 600.
You're recording.
If we add these together, we'll end up with 800 beads.